49. Welcome back. The second annual Bike for Brain Trauma event just recently passed. Huge success, especially for one local facing the struggles of brain trauma. And here with more on the story of success and what the organization is doing to further fight for better insurance coverage and care for brain injury victims in New Mexico are Tara Ariano and Sarah Prouty. Good to have you both. Thanks for being here. So let's start with Tara. Tell me a little bit more. I know you've been on a couple of times in preparation for the event. How'd it go?
It went awesome. We had it at St. Clair Winery. We had over 150 people in attendance, amazing vendors, great sponsors, and we raised a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Can you give me a total on what you raised?
We raised over $20,000, and then after, expenses and things, we're able to give a good chunk of that away.
Now, I know we have a special presentation here coming in a second, but I want to know what you're going to, where does all that go? The money that was raised.
Absolutely. So we choose a beneficiary every year, and in fact, earlier this year when I was on the show promoting the event, I got a phone call from Miss Sarah, who is here with us today. Her aunt saw me on Show With You, in fact.
Oh, cool.
And she just told me her story about her sister. She's a big sister like me. Her little sister had an accident like Jessica, my sister, and she just poured her heart out to me, told me all about their need, and I had no question she was going to be our beneficiary.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. This is Skylah. This is Sarah. Skylah is the beneficiary of the funds. Tell me about your sister.
She's 21. She was very lively. She liked to go out and have fun, swim, and she's very adventurous. She got into a rollover accident with her friends. She was ejected. She suffered a lot of injuries, but the most severe was her traumatic brain injury along with a massive ischemic stroke.
I can imagine that's a struggle, right, for
Yes.
her and taking care. What are some of the challenges that you all face now as a family?
Just her being away. She's a mother to a 1-year-old little boy who misses her a lot. It's also a struggle for her. She misses him a lot too. So that's the big piece of that, is her son. She struggles a lot with paralysis, which she's trying to get the help for in therapy now.
And these are real effects that a lot of people experience, right?
Yes.
I mean, that are involved in these kind of accidents all across the U.S., but here in New Mexico. What do you think you'd like to see done to help others in our state and across the nation deal with these types of injuries?
I would personally like to see more options in our state for people who have traumatic brain injuries. And then a law passed that requires the insurance companies to cover this care, because my sister was denied the care that she's getting now, that she's, the money that came from the charity is helping her get.
And that's great. Now, Terry, you have a special presentation that you wanted to give to Sarah, and
I
tell me
do.
about all this. This was from the event.
Yes. So this year, on behalf of the Mariposa Network and myself and all of our amazing sponsors and volunteers, we want to present this to you, Sarah, for Skylah to care for everything she needs that she's not being supplied by the insurance. And in fact, this is going to help Skylah for the next month at Mentis Neuro Rehab. She's there in El Paso getting the care that she deserves.
I imagine this is going to help a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, with insurance coverage and I guess supplementing that as well and taking care of the needs of her and her family. So what a neat thing, right? That people were able to come out and support it. And
I know.
Best of luck too, and blessings on the
you.
future with your take care of your sister and
Thank
all
you.
that. And I know the event will be back next year, right, Tara?
It will. It'll probably be a little earlier in the year or later in the year, depending on what we can do, but just so it's not so warm for those cyclists. But we had a great time and a great turnout, and we just continue to ask for support from anyone that wants to donate. They can go to mariposanetwork.com, and those funds just, it's not a one-time a year thing. It can just keep helping people. So thank you.
Tara and Sarah, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And
Thank
the
you,
second
Adam.
annual Bike for Brain Trauma event just recently finished up. KRQE.com, you get more information there. We'll be right back.